Alright, let's get real here. You know what time it is. It's time to stop tiptoeing around this shit that truly matters. No more waiting for permission. No more second guessing yourself. No more pretending to be small so other people can stay comfortable in their tiny little boxes. So let me ask you, why the fuck are you afraid to own it? What is it that makes you shrink back when you know deep down that you've got the power to lead, to shift, to change someone's life? Let me guess, you're afraid. They think you're being manipulative, right? You're afraid of breaking rapport. Afraid they'll reject you for pushing them out of their own comfort zone. But here's the thing you're missing. What if the most loving thing you can do is wake them up from their fucking prison? What if that resistance you feel, the fear, the tension, the anxiety, what if it's not a sign that you're doing something wrong, but actually a sign something sacred within them is starting to crack open? When you challenge someone's beliefs, when you lead them through the discomfort, you're not manipulating them, you're helping them to break free. And that, my friend, is what true leadership looks like. Not some soft, fluffy, everything's fine kind of shit, but real leadership. Leadership that demands growth. Leadership that requires expansion. Leadership that breaks through all the old mental bars they've built around themselves. So now, let's break this down. How are you already doing this? You already have moments where you challenge your own beliefs. Maybe you've done it without even realizing it. Maybe in conversation. You've pushed yourself to question a thought that didn't serve you anymore. That's the first step. The moment you allow yourself to step outside your normal routine and question what you've been told, you open a door for change. You've already done it, but now it's about doing it on purpose, consciously and with power. So how can you do it in new ways? It's all about interruption. The second you feel the moment of hesitation, that little voice that says, don't rock the boat, don't challenge their beliefs, that's when you lean in. Instead of retreating, lean forward. Ask the questions that make people uncomfortable. Push back against their fixed ideas. Not to fight, not to win, but to create the opening, the space, where their old patterns can no longer hold up. The tension you feel when you challenge someone's thinking, that's exactly where transformation happens. You create confusion, and the brain loves confusion. It forces the brain to adapt. It forces it to rewire itself. So don't run from it. Lean into it. That's where the breakthroughs are. That's where your leadership will have the most impact. So why is it important? This is vital, because you're not just leading for your own growth. You're leading for everyone around you. Every time you challenge someone to think differently, you're giving them permission to grow. But here's the kicker. You've got to be okay with them resisting. You've got to be okay with them pushing back. You're not here to win approval. You're here to guide them to something better, to lead them through their discomfort and out the other side into a new understanding. So let's talk about the science behind this, the real shit. When you disrupt someone's patterns, you're triggering cognitive dissonance. That means you're forcing their mind to reconcile two conflicting ideas. And that confusion, that's the sweet spot, that's the opening. Their brain has to adapt to resolve the tension. It's not a bad thing, it's growth. This is how true change happens. When they hit that conflict, their brain goes into override to resolve it. And that's when you lead them to a new belief, the new truth, the upgrade. So why are you afraid to do it? Because you've been conditioned to believe that conflict, discomfort and challenge are bad things. But what you don't realize is, every time you avoid these moments, you're holding both you and others back. You're staying stuck in the status quo. And that's what drains you. That's what keeps you down. You've been taught to make people comfortable, to fit in, to be liked. But here's a little secret. The real people who change the world, they don't play it safe. They get uncomfortable. They stir shit up. They challenge the system. and you're built for this. Let's get into some real talk. The main patterns that we get stuck in, they're all about fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of discomfort. But that fear is bullshit. So what's been holding you back from stepping into your true power? And this shit, this fear, it needs to be interrupted. So here's how you do it. Interrupt the fear. Every time you feel the hesitation, that I can't do this feeling, you interrupt it. You step forward. You ask the uncomfortable questions. You challenge the limiting beliefs. You make it uncomfortable for both you and them. Because only then will the transformation happen. Pace and lead. This is the art of NLP. You pace where they are. Whether they're stuck in fear or confusion. And then, just when they think they've got a grip on things, you lead them somewhere new. You don't push, you don't force. You just lead them gently into the unknown, into a new belief, a new idea, a new identity. You link their current beliefs to the new one that you want them to adopt. Create change by disrupting patterns. The key to powerful change is disrupting the pattern that holds them in place. So when you do this, you don't need to force them. They'll find it themselves. The tension creates the opening, the confusion sparks the change, and that is when the mind starts to rewire. They start seeing the world differently, seeing themselves differently, and you've just led them there. The most important thing, you've the power to change everything by simply owning your own shit. Stop shrinking. Stop second guessing. Stop worrying about other people's reactions. You're not here to be liked, you're here to lead. You're here to break people out of their mental prisons. You're here to crack the cages open so that they can break free. If you embrace that, everything changes. You stop playing small, you stop doubting yourself, and you become an unstoppable force of change. People will respect you, they'll follow you. You'll create a world that elevates everyone, but it starts with you. So again, why the fuck are you afraid to own it? Go ahead, crack open their world, lead, break free, own it.